How much poopy scoopy can people watch on YouTube?
We have some lambs in the yard that we pulled out from the lease blocks, so the ram lambs from over there, and we're going to drench them anyway, but we're just going to go through the process. Dad dropped off his fecal egg counting kit, so from a long time ago. So we're going to go take some fecal egg samples. This is a solution of water and salt, which is what is it? It's a saline. So it floats the eggs off out of the solution that you put in here to then look through a microscope. So we're going to go take some samples and just see the number that they come back at.
Do you want to explain what you mean by fecal egg count and number and why we've decided to do it?
So fecal egg count is a way of telling you how much the lambs are under pressure from a worm burden.
Worms in the gut.
Worms in the gut, so internal parasites. And that has an effect on their ability to grow and their production, their
general health.
Yeah, they can die from it essentially, if they get bad enough. So, yeah.
This season has been particularly hard on them.
Yeah.
With that for lots of reasons.
Yeah.
So we thought it'd be a good year. We've been meaning to do it, and it's a good year to start.
Because I've never done this before, so I've got the master here to teach me how to do it, even though he hasn't done it in
12 years.
10 years, 12 years, something like that. So we'll battle our way through a first time and
let us know in the comments if
record it.
If you have any tips.
Yeah. So we'll go and find some poo.
They need to be fresh samples,
Yep.
supposedly still steaming.
There's a runny one here that's fresh. This one's fresh, very fresh. No thanks. Oh, we've got a couple.
That'll be good for one.
How much poopy scoopy can people watch on YouTube? You did well to find them.
Because it's still, could be eggs in there.
Righto, yeah. Here's a goodie. Oh, look at this big lamb poo.
What I'll do, you can put gloves on and do it all nice and that'll actually do. That's enough. Look at that.
Look at that specimen right there.
We'll have that one.
We're going to be all day collecting poop. You were just saying it'd be good to take a sample from these ones.
Yeah.
Again,
in 4 or 5 days.
4 or 5 days. Is that to do with the time of the life cycle?
Yeah. So that'll tell you whether the drench works or not.
So what's that one called? A reduction test.
Fetal reduction test. Yeah.
And that helps in a way with what do you call it? Drench resistance.
Yeah. It basically tells you whether the drench you're using works or doesn't work.
Which is important because you don't want to be drenching them unless they need it.
Obviously, you don't want to be drenching them with a drench that doesn't work.
Did you do this in any egg classes or uni classes, Alistair?
Me? Oh. You don't need that anymore. We did a fecal egg count reduction test at Lincoln.
Yeah.
In one of the labs.
Yeah, see, it's still,
great
there's still solids in there, so you have to break them up a bit more. Get your fingers in and do it,
Oh, yummy.
It all sits at the top. And then you mix it up again. So you mix the eggs back up, and then you take another sample and you fill your slide back up.
So how many slides would you do?
Probably just those 2. So to get the eggs per gram,
1, 2, 3.
you add up, you count the eggs on the first chamber, the first slide, and then you go across and count the eggs on the second slide and add them together. Yeah, see, those are dramatic drawings of eggs.
Oh yeah.
Of what you see through as a sort of probably 100.
That one, the strength that Alistair was just looking at.
Yeah.
That's our number. 2,730, which is still far too many.
And over on the eggs.
Can you see it at the end of the pointer? There's
Yes, there's like
an oval
an
thing.
oval with circles inside it.
Yep, so that is an egg.
Ew.
So they're the same shape as a chook egg.
So our lambs have worms.
So that's why we're drenching them.
It's coming from the dog.
Lambs definitely needed drenching. Yeah, and it's good that we got them done. So they're in paddock, or on their way to the paddock now, and we'll bring them in again next few days once I've got some gear sorted out and run them through a dip, just so we can hang off for shearing them for a month. We're going to shear the ewes hopefully at the end of this week, early next week. So yeah, lots happening, lots to do, but I'm just going to play around with this and with my drink here, and
We'll do it again in a week.
yeah, do it. Well, we might actually do it tomorrow. We might get some samples off the ewes that we bring back from the lease block. So these are their lambs that we're testing now. So I was just curious to see whether the same sort of burden was in the ewes as well. So yeah, we'll continue to get my eye in with this. Next day, just brought home 309 ewes from the lease block. Fru's carried them for us, so it was pretty quick and painless. So yeah, just having a quick look at some fecal samples from those ewes just to see whether they need a drench before they go back to the lease block, or so they're here to get shorn before they go back to the lease block, or before we mix them up with some other ewes that we've already got here. So first slide that we didn't find any eggs. Found a couple of pine tree pollen pieces, whatever you call it. Yeah, so we thought we'd do another sample just to see whether it was a coincidence or not.
Couldn't quite believe your luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it beginner's luck? So we've got our double fact checker.
So we'll update you when, after we finish this slide.
Each egg you see is equivalent to 30
Yeah.
eggs per gram.
So we saw 2.
Yeah.
So Jenna's just having a quick look here, trying
Couple of air bubbles, eh?
to find
Yeah.
some eggs.
Yeah.
We only found 2 out of 2 slides. So yeah, I think what is that, 60 eggs per gram. So the ewes don't have an issue, so we can throw them back with, join them up with some ones we already had here. Yeah, so it gives us a bit of confidence that we're doing the right thing there. See you later.